Recording in progress, like they say.
Kritik.
Right, so I'm
Wow,
I
British accent.
no,
First
it's
steps.
well, it depends, because Britain is a conglomerate of plenty of different kind of speech, and that's your own teacher can confirm, yeah. And then what can we say now? I have this honor to be your second linguistic consultant here, and well, okay. So what's the
What's the topic?
What's the topic, really? What would you like to have it? Because I this really adapted to this meeting to your guidance. I'm here to react.
That's the topic about the addiction.
Addiction.
About the addiction. I am addicted person, work addicted, improvement addicted. Looking for different pathways addicted, and that's quite, let's say, impressive because it's hardly changing the life, and the steps are quite fast. Yeah.
Okay.
You can say somebody put you into the airplane, which is going really, really fast. Yeah, and sometimes this turbulence are quite not likable, like it should. Yeah, shaking too much.
All right. Have I understood well that you said that you're new pathways addict? Is that correct?
I think it's coming because as I was
it's coming.
It's coming.
Right.
It's coming.
Okay.
So because the neuro awareness appeared, like, let's say it's almost a few years ago.
Yeah.
And really it was before, but it was so in darkness, we can say, that the appearance, that the, let's say, consciousness of this neuro awareness was so low that it was only connected with, for example, helping others. Yes, with helping with acupuncture, with helping with physiotherapy, with helping with herbalism, and for time being, for now, it's opened my mind that all this stuff around me was a little bit workaholic. It was an improvement, but it was workaholic improvement. And now I recognize this workaholic, and it's quite, let's say, heavy stuff for me because it's changing everything. It's appearance, let's say, it's understand of how it works a little bit, how my life for last not days but years, last years of working with people, of working with medical stuff and doing the trainings and all this, let's say, production, all this outcome, how strongly it was connected with the running to the target, with the running even blind to the target, because the blindness is like, okay, you have to make an improvement, you have to get more patient, you have to get more results, you have to earn more, you have to produce the outcome as knowledge, for example, acupuncture knowledge, pulse diagnosis knowledge, herbalist knowledge. That's the huge, let's say, barrel of that knowledge. And when you realize, when I realize myself that it is strongly connected with the workaholism, it's blow my mind, because there are some different pathways, and I see them, I feel them, I'm using them in the rooms now, in the acupuncture rooms, in the let's say neuro awareness rooms, that all this stuff can be much easier. But the easiness of this stuff is so scary, yeah, that that my system, which is built from the years, which was built from the years, is so scared about that. Wow, how is it possible? It's so easy. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it much better. You can feel much better. But the old systems, all, let's say, pathways, all this, let's say, thoughts, are so strongly connected with the body that that it appears as a fear. That it appears as a fear.
Yeah, I started to smoke here, as a result of this intensity.
In fog.
You have this power, yeah. But let me understand this. If I got it right, that you're saying that first easiness scares you, and majority of your activities around the stuff you want to do anyway, were based on a workaholic procedure.
Yes.
Okay, so if first question would be, would you like to get rid of the workaholic attitude? Really? No, but really, okay? Because perhaps it could be better for you, I don't know, maybe to understand this tendency better and somehow reframe it to use this tendency if you like it.
Yeah.
But if you want to get rid of it, then what you would like to have instead? And do you know how it feels to have something different in that place?
Yeah, I can imagine that. I can imagine I'm working international with people. I can imagine that money is not the case. Yeah, money appears like like it's in the flow of energy. I can understand that. I'm not thinking about that. The progress is so huge, the flow is so good, the improvement, the freedom in my body.
Okay, but Mike, clearly, is it about money?
Yeah, it's strongly about the money.
So that workaholism you're saying about, is it about money with this workaholism, or is this just using money to have it to pretext to be? Is it, how do you feel that?
Yeah, I feel that in my case, money is strongly connected with the workaholism, because there is some, maybe not social, but maybe some thoughts inside that you have to produce the outcome. Okay, you have to produce the outcome in acupuncture realm to keep the people, let's say, working with you, we can say. You have to produce the outcome to improve yourself, to have the money for the trainings for yourself, for example, for the trips to the USA, for the trips to the best guys in the world who are taking care about the herbal herbs, about the acupuncture and other stuff. And it's strongly connected because when you I can say that by money I can estimate how good it's going. Yeah, that's the let's say mark for this business.
Oh, let me make this. Let me make this comma here. Okay, I'm going to interrupt you, not because I'm not listening. It's just because I'm listening. Money are this means for you to estimate how good you're doing. As far as I recall.
In some way, way.
Right. But still, this workaholic attitude makes you compromise the way you want to work. So you don't really do the stuff you want to do, the way you want to do. Because you think about money as an outcome. So it's like you would like to achieve some kind of a goal, and you're running to the finish, and you achieve that finish in a way that really doesn't make you running. You don't run. You fly. You use some cars, by the way. You try to, or I don't know. Maybe you're just using other means of transport, or you break. Or use some kind of different ways of acting, if I don't know if you get me, because, well, money here is not your goal. This is what you understood.
Yeah.
Money
Yeah.
here is just for you to measure how much you are getting the goal, you know. But still, is this your goal measured by money, which makes you then make more money, not to think about the goal? Because
No. It's a let's say way to feel more secure, to feel more. It's addiction for the be marked. Yeah, like okay, it's going good, so the money are coming. Yeah, it's giving a secure because you have the outcome. Yeah, and so it's going well because you have more patience, you have more let's say trainings and stuff like that. Yeah?
is this your outcome? Is this your outcome?
Yes, it is.
Okay, is this your outcome you want to have?
Okay.
Security. Okay, because security is important. I understand it. Nobody really wants to get rid of that. But as far as I understood, well, I would like to ask you, how secure do you feel in that strategy?
When it's going good, you feel secure. Yeah, it might be not connected with the secure, but with the estimation of how the pathways is going. Yeah, how the flow is going. Yeah, and it's quite good, we can say. But on the other hand, it can appear that money will disappear for a while. It was appearing, for example, when this COVID stuff appears in 2020 or whatever, and every person was so scared that acupuncture visits go down like to the 10%. Yeah. And the funny situation was that was the best time because I can improve myself so strongly in the neuro awareness, in the herbalism, in the thoughts, in the movement, in some ideas, and that the improvement was so strong, so good, and the flow was so nice, of the ideas. That I said to myself, wow, that was the best time I can have. Now I can have, and that's a funny situation. But on the other hand, I wish to work, or let's say, with freedom, don't have to think about the prices in some idea, but it's impossible. I even noticed that I have the fun, earning the money from this business, and it's a huge, let's say, stimulator. But on the other hand, when you wish to switch the gear, when you wish to switch the strategies, the fear appears because you are connected with some amount, with some, let's say, status, or with some progress, and now you're jumping on another boat, and that's a little bit scary. That's a little bit scary because you let's say you produce some machine, some not robotic, but let's say some business that is running, and now you have to switch to the another business. And there is a little bit let's say spooky part of this game.
Let us concentrate on the fear then for a moment. And first of all, if you could locate this fear in your body, where is it?
Where is it? I think it will be near the stomach, maybe liver.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, if you could just concentrate on that feeling, what can you feel there? What kind of movement or feeling you have in that area?
I think it's a heaviness. It's some load, we can say.
Load. Okay. And are there any kind of images that come across with that? Or it's just that feeling?
I can say that's the stones inside. Yeah, like it looks like a stones, looks like
Right.
some ballast or something like that.
Okay, so like feeling and seeing a stone there and feeling this weight and load over there, right? And okay, and if you could just presume that, which is right biologically, that if you die, probably this stone liver of yours will also vanish, okay? Because you are the one who gives its life, you know. And then, then if you can ask this stone liver, then that you probably can trust its positive intention. Yeah, because everything this liver does with this feeling of load, it does for your own good, in a way it understands your good. So if you could ask this fear inside, this heaviness inside your liver, what is intention of that feeling? What could it be as an answer?
As a monument of the guy who was never making a mistake.
Right. So okay. So this stone is a paving stone for a monument for someone perfect, right? Yeah. Okay. The hero of the day, savior. Right. So and if you can say, you can tell it to your stone, to the Mr. Liverstone, you can say, right? You can say to the Liverstone, right? Okay. So let's say that I have this monument already. I got my job perfectly, you know. Just say right in the end of my life, and did all the stuff flawlessly. Like nobody puts any shit on me. Like I'm really the big guy. I saved the day. I got it. Okay. So what even more important do you have for me if this happens? You can ask your liver now.
I'm thinking about that. If I get the superpowers,
I got this monument, you know. All shit is done, you know. My shift is over. I've done all perfect stuff. I saved the world, you know. So, okay. So, Mr. Liverstone, what even more important is there from you to me, from you for me, if I have it done?
I think it's, you know, I feel that it's strongly connected with acceptation of myself. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Acceptance of your own person, right? And then you can ask the same place again. What if this acceptance is assured? It's always there. 100%. Every time I need it, it's there. What even more important is after?
I don't know. I feel it's connected with the calmness. Let's say with feeling of calm or feeling of happiness. But
okay, calmness, peace, and happiness, right? Okay, so if you ask this Liverstone again, okay, so I have this peace and calmness. Really, I got this. I top up with that. Yeah. What even more important happens then? Is there anything more important after that?
I wish to think about that this happiness will be so strong and so huge to feed my son, for example.
Okay, so that is big enough to share.
Yeah.
And you can share to all people that need that.
Yeah.
And let's say you are abundantly, flawlessly, perfectly infecting everyone with this happiness around you. And you know that you simply get up and shit happens, you know, the good shit happens. You just get up and everybody's happy because you're there. Of course, there are some free people that can decide not to use that, but still, they have always possibility to be happy when you're around. And if that is available and always working, and it's completely effortless because it's surplus, It's not that you have to work on that, and it's simply radiating. What even more important is then?
If this part happens, it's strongly, let's say, reverse or produce the outcome that I will be accepted.
You'll be accepted.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then you have this moment that you are finally accepted, and then you can ask your liver, okay, and I got it, and I can never lose it. Let's presume that I can never lose it because I've got it. I'm a happiness infector. I'm carrying this stuff with me, so I really earn my acceptance. And when I got it, what then starts to be important?
It will be connected with the freedom of movement.
Yeah,
I feel
freedom of movement.
with the freedom of movement.
Yeah,
Freedom of decision and freedom of mistakes. That's the crazy part, really, because the freedom of movements, depends on. Yeah.
Okay. So really, let us use this occasion and try check what happens when you have abundance of freedom, of movement and choice and making mistakes. Is there anything more important over there after that?
Yeah. I will start to think.
You'll start to think.
To use the voice in different pathways.
Sing. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you will sing. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
saying not like
No, I understand.
It's like giving a voice, giving the music. It don't have to be music. It don't have to be a song like I can be or whatever title. It's not connected with the stage. It's more connected with freedom. Huge freedom inside that it appear in the singing of some understandable voice.
Yeah, right. So when you have this expression of voice, you use singing as a way to access this vibration, and this is your way to act, and this is your freedom. When you have it completely accessible all the time, and you're constantly learning and expanding, and you know that it's always there for you, is there anything else more important when it happens?
I think that's all for the time being.
Right. So this is the most timeless stuff that you really want. And
yeah.
Okay. So let's see from let's get to that perspective of vibration, of sound vibration, of sound expression, and try to sing your way through down to all the levels you just discovered, to the level of acceptance. When you to the level of freedom of movement, let's go to the freedom of sound, to the expression of sound, and look from that perspective to your freedom of movement. How does it look from the perspective of sound expression?
The freedom of movement. It's hugely possible. Yeah, it's like it's like a everyday practice. Yeah,
it's like it's this is sound expression, right? You're describing stuff without necessity to be precise, but you are hugely precise now. Okay, so let's look from this expression of sound perspective down to your level of acceptance. How does it look?
If this sound spectrum will appear, this perspective is you can get it anyway. It's added to all this part. Yeah, it's not the case. It's only let's say a small bit of all this construction.
Yeah. Okay. So then again, being this sound, universal sound expression representative, looking down from that perspective to the level of being a happiness deliverer. How does it look from your up perspective when you look at that level?
Oh, well, I don't care. I don't in this part. I don't really care about others because I have the feeling that if the happiness will be in me by this vibration, by these sounds, it will radiate to the others, and they can suck it if they want, and they can take it if they want.
Yeah, that's right. And then if you just remain on this supreme level of yours, which means sound emission, sound understanding, sound activity, and look down to the level of what was there? The level of being a perfect guy, being a hero of the day. How does this look?
It's not important anymore.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then if you have some levels down to look for, so let's not finish, right? We just have made a huge discovery of multi-strata, and like archaeologists, we go to the, I don't know, Precambrian epoch now. So we are looking from the Quaternary now, and then you are again at this great sound source and emission and expression, and you're looking down to the level of efficiency, of security. And how does it look like when you look at from your sound emission perspective?
There is a little bit fear, I think.
All right,
it's so freedom that the idea is so, let's say, cosmic that there's some confusion about that.
Oh, right. And can I ask you one thing? If you, but you were talking about the sphere when you were looking up, when you were thinking about that. Can you just repeat that again, the same phrase? When I look at that from that perspective to this level of security, I feel a little bit fear. But you, please look down when you say that.
Ah, yeah, okay. I mean, from looking from the sound again. Doesn't care. Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't care, or is that just how could you describe this carelessness? What do you mean by it doesn't care?
That if you have so strong freedom in your body and voice, that doesn't care. You have to have the security.
All right.
Security is like it's like an impossible part here when you have this kind of freedom.
Okay. So let me just make this question. How do you feel apart from everything we said? Just instinctively concentrating on what I'm asking you now. What is your first feeling when I ask you about your nearless plans? What do you feel?
What do I feel about my nearest plans?
Yes. If there are any plans, of course.
I'm a little bit confused about that. What will happen? Yeah. What is it possible?
Is what possible?
Is it possible to be so free, to have so freedom, so much freedom?
Is it possible? Okay. Is it possible to be so free as you just felt?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the question. Is it possible? Is that not some kind of movie or dream even?
Yeah, that's a good question. So let's presume that is a movie and you just wake up in a movie. as a hero, as a protagonist of some kind of film. How does that change the situation? Or just hero of a dream? What does it change when you wake up in the middle of the dream?
Is #1 on Netflix playlist.
Original series.
Okay.
Okay.
Original series.
And now, if you already know that you are a hero of original series, and you wake up in the middle of the production, and you are aware that you are in the middle of this kind of dream, right? So how does it make you feel that you are in some kind of, I don't know, film movie is a simulation, isn't it? How do you feel that? How do you perceive the dream? Is it some kind of holographic projection for you? Is it some kind of real stuff? How do you perceive that?
No, I think it's unreal. I have something like it's it's so good that it can't happen to you, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So again, you tell me that looking up, and just making points here. Could you just repeat the same phrase looking down? It's so good that it can't be real. Just look on your knees and say that.
Look at my knees.
Yeah, if I can tell you that. It's so good that it can't be real. And look at your knees in the same time.
That can't be real. I don't know. that's a brainwashing techniques. Stop it.
Yeah, I'm not doing any strange stuff for you, and I just looking at the same stuff from different perspective, and then again, of course, it's quite a logical question, and this is baby question. If I just asking, but because you just ordered my time and my attention for being so pain in the ass all the time, that's probably so you already asked for it. But still, this question which I want to ask you is that how come terrible movies, terrible films, dreadful films are more real? How come is that?
Yeah, because of fear. They produce the fear,
Right. So fear makes it feel real.
Yeah, the tension in the body is making the movie real.
Okay. So we got that you need to feel fear and tension to have this sensation of being realistic. And okay. So when we go to the moment that you are going towards something that you are dreaming about, and this will be unrealistically great, then fear appears for you. And tension appears for you.
And I'm sure it's needed. It's needed as a voice tension, as a music. It's coming from tension. It's coming from the vibration. So this vibration is a tension. So the fear is producing the vibration, and the fear is producing the outcome. Really.
Okay. So how helpful is that you are still capable of being afraid? Going towards
strongly.
All right, and again, when you go to that point, when we look at this, when you go back to the first original process, when we located your fear inside your liver, how do you feel this place now? How do you feel the spot?
It's not so heavy. For time being, it's almost disappear. I can say maybe there are little stones over there, but the thoughts in the brain, in the ideas, is that you can only use the few words and they will disappear, or you can just sing one part and they will disappear.
Okay, so when we can just come back to that area again, and And if I ask you, is that so deeply inside of you, as it were, or is it a little bit more around you?
Yeah, it's more around. It's more looks like some sticker, can say.
Okay.
Sticker connected to the body.
Right. Yeah. So we have the sticked to the body now, that element, and then if we just go back again to that unrealistic but still very inspiring feeling of have this freedom of voice expression, how could you physically describe this feeling when we talk about it? And where in your body does happen? What kind of movement and feeling is that?
That's in the throat, that's in the heart, that's in the brain, in the middle line of the head.
Yeah.
That's everything really.
Yeah. Okay. So we are in the throat now, and you feel that feeling of centralization of your brain here, and then that feeling inside of I don't know where else did you point? What kind of part of your body you said? So the throat and then the head.
Yeah, it's going from the middle line to the heart, and
Okay.
it's going like, you know, maybe a little bit to the left and to the right, like, you know, this white
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And having this feeling now, when you just go back to the idea, just thinking about this element of survival and security, what happens to these thoughts about your delivery, about about all those activities that
progress
you connect to the amount of work you invest?
Doesn't go.
Okay, so
Disappear.
let's now concentrate on the amount of work and amount of energy you would like to invest to your work, both for money making and inspiration creation. And how much energy do you imagine now is enough for you to keep it going?
That's the funny part, because I'm strongly going to the level of the diagnosis. I'm losing this way of thinking and this way of looking at it in a second. Like, you know, now I'm thinking like, okay, is that possible really? You know what I mean? Yeah. And no, that's not possible. Yeah, but if I will be in this feeling in the heart, in the throat, how the outcome is just going like, you know, like a flow, and it's have so strong value that it's like you bring huge boxes of gold, we can say, and you can, you know, just you know, by one click you can just open them and go. Yeah. It's like, you know, creation in seconds. Yeah.
Okay, so now if you just ask this throat, heart, throat, head, winged sound emission, inspirational activity, through that filter, could you just see yourself in your cabinet working both ways? Okay, so what kind of work is that then?
Yeah, I already recognize that it's appearing right now in my acupuncture rooms. Because I'm not singing, but I am talking a lot from last month. I'm like flow maker, let's say, and it's helping people. It's helping people go out. Sometimes I have a little strange, let's say, feeling inside that, oh, maybe it's these words were too strong, or maybe it's something different. Yeah, maybe it's not this illness, or maybe it shouldn't be so directly said, yeah, to this person. But I have so strong feeling it's it have to be said. It have to be said in this situation. Yeah, it have to be
Oh, that was a perfect moment.
in progress.
That was a perfect moment for me to get out, the system didn't really support so much amount of energy.
It took it. Yeah. Is that possible? Really? Yeah. Recording stop. Movie stop. And I feel it. And I much more feel it when second, let's say, my student is with me, for example, and even if the other person who is learning from me, I was thinking about maybe it's a show off, but that's not the show off. It's a connection of trying to say what you feel about the person that appears in your rooms, and in the same time making improvement of the person who is watching you from the from the back, from the side.
Yeah.
So it's the observator, let's say, and that's a brilliant state. That's a brilliant state because I feel my brain have to like be like a frobber. Yeah, the words going from my mouth, I feeling that they are for this guy who came for the visit, but they are like let's say not banging, but going through him and going to this guy. How all this stuff is going running here, and there are big eyes and there are the big eyes.
Okay.
I have fun.
yeah. That's the great news that there's a fun in it. But still, I wanted to ask you just one thing here. You just described a huge activity happening in a very small amount of time with great concentration and with great amount of fun and easiness.
Yeah.
And then let's go, but we already talked about your fear and it happened to be your friend, but now let's talk about this feeling of unrealistic sensation, like how could be real. And if we just concentrate on your line, heart, throat, brain, and then ask this feeling of how this could be real, how is it helpful? Of this being unreal.
I think is a observation mode. Yeah, it's inner outer observator of the situation. So it can give sometimes the idea, okay, turn left, turn right a little bit, say this word or say that word. Yeah. Yeah, so it's something similar, similar with that, and this unrealistic feeling, giving the idea that the flow is coming, the flow is going, so it's like for example, you're drinking alcohol, but I'm not drinking, so but for example, you're drinking alcohol and you have the feeling that the alcohol is starting to move your body, it's going to your veins, and then something is changing. So I can say that this feeling of, oh, maybe it is not a true story, or maybe it's so unrealistic. This feeling is like flashing light that showing you, okay, you are in a good mode. You know what I mean?
Right.
You are in the flying mode. You are in the flying mode. Yeah.
Yeah, because it could be associated somehow with this feeling that you're in the middle of a flight inside of a big tin box with hundreds of people in a plane that weighs more than your house, and you're flying, I don't know, 2,000 meters above the earth, and then you suddenly ask yourself how this is really freaking possible. But still you're in a flight mode, and this is happening, and you really, without this crazy idea, it wouldn't be happening, right? And
I think it's producing the feeling in the body, that this it's similar to déjà vu. Yeah, it's in English probably. It's similar to déjà vu. It's the idea you see it appears before, but you have this feeling in the body, like something like it's like inner fun, some inner let's say acceptation, or inner I don't know, voice, or inner acceptation, we can say. So it's really similar. So when it appears that that's maybe it's a feeling of that can't happen for real, I feel it in the body. And for me it's a let's say the flashlight, let's say, the light bulb that appears when you are in this mode, really, because you have this feeling, you know what I mean. So you're flying because you feel you are flying. So something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So right. So this is really what we want to see. That we just wanted to communicate with the symptoms of the powers you are now communicating with and you're using. And having all those discoveries made during this conversation, what could, if there could be any feeling, well, that you would have about the nearest days, the nearest weeks.
Is that for real? I wish to touch it.
yeah, because that really reminds me of an old Russian joke, and during the Soviet times, well, two drunkards who slept fell asleep in a zoo. Because they really didn't touch drunkards in Soviet Union. They were just holy cows. They could do anything and go anywhere. They arrested professors, but they really left alcoholics be. And so that they just fell asleep in that zoo, and they wake up in the middle of the night, and they woke up in front of the giraffe, this parlor, and the one is just looking up, on the animal, and he says to his friend, listen, Vasya, you really should not believe your eyes. This cannot be. It's more or less like the drunkard waking up in the zoo looking at the giraffe, because suddenly you sober up and you're in front of the animal you never met before, and this really cannot be real, right?
That's like that. Exactly like that.
So what will happen when you got used to that feeling? That's just, okay, I'm just seeing a giraffe, and all my system tells me, well, I should not really believe that it is real. That's like every day. How do you feel that?
I think I will look for another steps in this mode.
Okay, so maybe some kind of cloning a brontosaurus and having another level of unrealistic sensation.
Really, it's as I thinking it's going to the light. The light have to be like a dream. And you're following the dream, and when the dream appears as a realistic, it don't have so much power. It don't have so much fun. So we're looking for another dream, and you're following another dream. And if this all this, for example, let's say like this history appears, like, okay, to use the voice. I mean, the sounds, this part of speaking to heal people, to have all these levels we talk about. Probably after that, I will look for another, another experience. Yeah,
another
and
tree.
another tree or another branch of that, and going further and further and further.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the play, that's the fun. Yeah,
Okay.
to follow that.
Yeah, but if we are, because we were talking about workaholism, if you remember, because this is
I forgot.
this is the reason you hired me for that conversation.
Yeah.
And we ended up with a dream, and if dream is to have a dream, you need to sleep, right? And somehow, at least, to have a healthy dream, of course, because you can dream awake, but it's rarely healthy, right? And so, because you need some substances and destroy your system. Now, if you have a dream and it's healthy for your system, then probably it's also related to the sleeping mode. And how could we connect your sleeping mode with this way you deal with something that you perceived that day as workaholism? And
the flying mode is strongly connected with the workaholism, because you have to earn money to have the money for the ticket to fly. Yeah, that's a separation, but it shouldn't be a separation because it's coming from the same source. So so I don't know for the time being, but probably the force will appear.
Okay, but is that necessary to work as a horse to get on the planes from time to time? Particularly
it's something inside is broken because have the strong the superpowers from healing voice. We tell about all the steps. It's coming from the fear of the money, or whatever, for the static mode, and that's crazy, because that's some, I don't know, some let's say disconnection in the brain, and fears that I have the superpowers, but I have to work so hard to have the superpowers. You know what I mean? No, I have to go to work because I have some superpowers. So I have to go to work to earn some money to, in the free time, to use the superpowers. It's like Superman have to work in Amazon, workshop. I have to work more because afternoon I will use my superpowers. I wish to use my superpowers.
Something around.
That's the most crazy.
It's more or less. Yeah, it's more or less like this. Yeah, exactly. Right. So let's just look at the last thing, just not to overheat our systems. We look on that urge to make money as a first tendency of yours, and on the other hand, we have this sensation of this feeling that you have these superpowers that really can be enough for you, right? And still, those two tendencies are equally present now, if I understood it well. Okay, or is it just something more of that and a little bit less of other? How is it?
It's in the let's say the money earning system is more connected with the liver, and the heart and throat and voice is more connected with the dream state, let's say, or superpower state.
Okay, so if you could just put your liver on one hand and your heart and throat on the other, what hands would it be?
Oh, okay. No, liver is probably in the right, and the heart is in the left.
Okay. Okay. So we could just look at the right hand on your with your liver and then ask again, what is it that you want for me?
Stabilization. Don't make the mistake, and don't overdream your dream.
Don't overdream, yeah. Don't overdose your dream, right? So stabilization and sobriety. Okay, that's more or less like that's it. Right. Okay. Thank you. Right hand, and then if let's go to your left hand with your heart and say, what is it that you want from me?
What I want for you. Oh yeah. Dream, my friend, dream and fly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So dreams, and then let's go back to your liver and say, if I am completely stable, you really gave me that. What then, more important, is there for you, for me?
I really seeing being old on this part. Yeah. Like,
Okay, old. No problem. You see, old. What kind of value is connected to being old? What is important when you're old?
Yeah, it's connected with stabilization, but this stabilization is.
Okay, but you have it. Okay, you have it. You have it secured. So if you have the stabilization, so what even more important is there for you then? On your right hand.
What more important than stabilization on my right hand?
Because you have it. You don't have to worry about this anymore. So then what happens? What becomes even more important?
The stabilization.
Ask your hands.
Ask my hands. What is more important than stabilization? If you know, stabilization. Maybe health.
Health. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, but yeah, it's health.
Health, right? Okay, thank you very much.
Lose the health. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, my right hand, and I go to your left, and I really have the dreams you had for me. I really have this access to my dreams. I'm dreaming completely all the time, and
have this flow. Yeah.
Yeah. What's even more? Okay, so tell me now with my left hand, what even more important thing you have for me then?
Then the flow. It's freedom.
Freedom. Yeah, let's go to your right hand again, and it's okay. I'm healthy as a horse. I'm healthy as a fish, as Polish people say. Okay, so what? It's totally 100% secured. So, what even more important is there for me?
Take care about others. You have to take care about others.
Great, we got that responsibility. Okay, and then let's go back to your left hand and say, okay, I'm free. I'm really free as a bird. I have complete freedom. What even more important you have for me then?
Use it, you stupid, use it.
I already say usability of your freedom is a part of your freedom. So let's ask what even more important is when you have your freedom and you can use it. You don't have to worry about it means you don't have to worry about freedom anymore. And then what is more important
then? It's the same. It's like when you have it, you have to use it. Really.
Okay, right. Okay.
Don't forget to use it.
Okay, so it's very important to say again.
It's more important because you can have the freedom and don't use it. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So using your freedom is more important even. Thank you.
Yeah.
Then go into the right hand and say, okay, I help everyone. I help everyone. Everyone is satisfied.
Everybody, buddy.
Everybody is satisfied. What if I don't have to worry about that anymore? Because everywhere I go, everyone just becomes satisfied. Because it's my activity. I don't have to think about it. It's done. what even more important is there for me?
Listen to the guy from the left side.
Okay, let's see.
It's telling.
Right. Use your freedom, right? Okay, so what happens then between your hands? Are they attracting one another, or just they're repulsing one another?
The more let's say in the same pathway we can say they can almost connect. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try.
Because they have the same topic, like have
Right.
freedom and use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what happens when you connect those hands then? What's your feeling?
I like when I'm connecting that. That's funny. It looks like two brothers. They're like two brothers, and there's some kind of competition even between them.
All right.
Like, okay.
Yeah, but there's competition in the field. They are very
similar like the brothers, the same blood. Yeah.
So they
About the
both.
same.
Yeah. Okay.
Blues brothers. Yeah.
Blues brothers. Right. Okay. All right. So again, if you just go back to one idea about making money and doing what you love, how does it look? How does it look now?
I don't know. It's like a freedom. It's like
yeah.
So it's like a clear sheet of paper.
Right. So then, writing down on that sheet of paper is already something that nobody knows better than you. Even though if it's completely a surprise, what can pop up on the paper when you take a pen, right? And but I think it's not the subject of this conversation anymore. Right. How do you feel now? How are you feeling?
Too deep. It's too deep. Sheet on paper of sheet of paper.
Yeah. Okay. We can talk about this procedure later on.
Yeah. I feel much better for sure. It's some kind of integration. Yeah. Integration and but I have some feeling inside that I wish to be in, let's say, in future. Yeah, like to check it. Check it. To try.
Okay. Let's imagine that miracle happened and you wake up in the future, and what do you see?
I see everything well organized. I see people that take care about the business stuff, and I can use the flow and use the knowledge, use this sensation of flying to help others, and with freedom, with with all this stuff, and it looks brilliant.
All right. Okay. Right. Is it okay for you to stop here, or would you like to? Would you like to add anything?
There is a little bit. Let's say a little part. Yeah, maybe not for the time being, but it's gonna take like with the idea. If I give these responsibilities, this, let's say, business responsibilities to others, will I be stimulated still the same, in the same level?
Okay, that's another conversation. How responsible you have to be for everything to feel connected to the job you do.
Yeah, that's a different topic, I think.
But still, that could be interesting to imagine how delegating responsibilities could be the part of your own capabilities, responsibilities, understandings, competences.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but still, I think that we overhit the system we started now, and maybe that's a good idea for if we keep that for tomorrow. If that question remains in the future valid for you, perhaps the answer will come itself. But if not, we can just come back to it again, right?
Yep.
Or maybe we can do my problem next time.
Yeah, it should be like that.
Maybe we could do this.
No. It will be my problem.
No,
I have a bigger problem than your problem.
yeah, of course. Measuring problems, it's a little bit like a typical masculine sport. No, but still, this kind of competition always amused me. But, well, you're going to win for a very start if you are talking about this kind of problems.
Yeah,
So.
if you think about the sport, it's a comparing of the problems. My problems are bigger. Yeah.
Problem comparison. Yes, problem comparison is a basic of civilization. Still, it might be a good idea for next time if we organize the same conversation when you will be the part guiding and listening. Of course, if you would like to have this kind of fun.
Yeah, of course.
Because I really enjoyed that, to be frank. Because this is something I also need, because what awaits me is going international with the things I do, right? So and well, you're one of the greatest inspiration for me with this one. Yeah. Okay, so now guys, recording stopped. They're gonna say now.